Good morning, Midships family. Corey here. Super early. It's literally not even 4:30. Running up to Jacksonville today to do a little bit of work. Had to run into the studio because I forgot the tripod I needed. We'll see when we get a little further north. I'm gonna check and see if there's any ships there today. That'd be pretty sweet, right? Okay, we made it through this morning's work. I am now Daytona Beach. I'm going into Buc-ee's. Let's check this place out. I know a few people have taken me here. Let's see what they got. Wow, we have our first cruise discovery. Some of you cruisers might find these pretty useful. Not on my door though. There we go. We picked up the favorite cinnamon glazed pecans. Heading back to my office. We got some work to do. We got an episode to record. Let's get that cruise news started. We'll see you on the flip side. Hey, welcome to the Midships channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. We've got so much cruise news to get into. There's a newly refurbished ship we have to talk about. She's changing names, changing brands, and it just showed up in South Florida earlier today. So we'll touch on that. And also we've got a big cruise line here in the US that's looking to change the way they offer their all-inclusive cruise packages for an arguably really good price, all said and done. And of course, we're going to talk Norwegian Cruise Line, NCL. They're reportedly lagging behind in occupancy rates over the other large cruise operators here in the US, and I think we should take a look at why. And maybe the problem stems from the very top. But of course, before we do any of this, it's time for a question of the day. And today's question: when you're on a cruise and you're walking through the main atrium, and one of those ship's photographers flags you down and wants to take your picture, do you say yes? Or do you say no? Let me know your answer down in the comments below this video. And while you're down there, there's a button that kind of looks like this, a little thumbs up sign. If you do me a huge favor, just tap on that. It's free for you, and it goes so far to help me continue to make videos like this every single day. Now, let's get into the cruise news, and you know I've been searching for my lost shaker of salt while nibbling on sponge cake and watching the sun bake. All those tourists covered in oil? You know where we're going with this yet? Well, if you're thinking Jimmy Buffett, you'd be right. And his newest venture is the Margaritaville at Sea cruise line. And lo and behold, the newly minted Margaritaville at Sea Paradise cruise ship just turned up in Palm Beach. And it's going to be a quick turnaround for the Paradise because on May 14th, her first revenue-based cruise will be leaving for Freeport, Bahamas. Now, many of you may remember the Bahamas Paradise cruise line. Some even called it the little cruise line that could. Yeah, well, this is the same ship. This is the former Grand Classica. So I'm sure a lot of us are very excited to see what this new Margaritaville at Sea ship is really like on the inside. I can tell you just looking at the hull art, it definitely has a much nicer, more upscale and tropical vibe than that of the Bahamas Paradise branding. No shade to Bahamas Paradise, they filled a wonderful gap in the market. But now with Margaritaville at Sea, it looks like it's going to be a little bit nicer of an experience for not that much more money. So how many of you out there in the Midships family plan to go ahead and book a cruise on this Margaritaville at Sea cruise line? If you do, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on any of my social media platforms, like here in the comments section, my Facebook page, or probably best, my Instagram at Midships Cruise. Yeah, just look at that right there. Hold on a second. Do you hear that? I feel like I hear somebody talking in my ear. Wait a second. Let me just push on this and see if that helps. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna push now. Ready, set, boom. Oh, hey, time to interrupt this broadcast because I want to invite you to cruise with me. You know I'm hosting a group cruise, right? October 24th out of Charleston, South Carolina. You can cruise with me on the Carnival Sunshine. It's a 5-night cruise. We're going down to Nassau, Bahamas, and Carnival's private island, Half Moon Key. It's gonna be a fantastic time. If you'd like more information about how you can get on board, there's a link in the description below that'll take you to a Facebook group that I have set up. Also, another thing I want to remind you about if you want to know what I take with me on every single cruise, all of the cruise essential items that I always take with me, you should check out my Amazon influencer shop. It's also linked in the description below. You can find the exact passport holder, metal wall hooks, and lanyards that I use every time I cruise. Now let's get back to the cruise news. I'm not going to interrupt you anymore. Whoa, that was kind of weird. It's almost like I planned that ahead of time or something. Now let's move on. In today's cruise news, we're talking about an all-inclusive type of cruise experience, and that's soon to be offered by Princess Cruise Line. They're set to introduce what they're calling Princess Premier, and as part of this package, it's going to cost you $75 a person per day. So that's just over like $1,000 for a couple on a week-long cruise. And you might think, well, Corey, that's the price of a whole darn cruise. But wait, because what it saves you and gives you, it might change your perspective just a little bit. Because with the new Princess Premier, you get unlimited Wi-Fi for up to 4 devices. So think laptop, iPad, as well as 2 cell phones. They can all be online at once. You also get the Premier beverage package, so any cocktail up to $18 is included, and the bar service charge as well. So the tip, it's also included. On top of that, you'll receive 2 specialty dining meals per person throughout your cruise. So it's a pretty good value in and of itself. Additionally, you also get digital downloads of any photos taken by those ship photographers. You know, like the ones we talked about in the question of the day. Yeah, I planned this episode out a little better than usual, okay? You answered the question of the day, right? Just down there in the comment section. Anyways, you get digital copies of all the photos taken on board by the Princess photographers. Plus, Princess will also send you home with 3 printed out copies up to 8x10. And in addition, and probably one of the best things about this package, the Princess Premier also includes your daily gratuities. And I think a lot of people may be interested in this because Princess Plus, which is the program they have now, currently costs $40 a day, and it's set to go up $10 per person per day, $50 a day. And that package includes Wi-Fi for only 1 device, a beverage package for drinks up to $12, and your daily crew gratuity. But it doesn't include any of the specialty dining or the higher end drinks package, plus you don't get the photos, and you get way fewer internet devices. So I think the premium of $25 over the base Princess Plus plan, it's gonna be a hit with most Princess cruisers. So what do you think about this new offering from Princess Cruise Line? I know personally, I love the all-inclusive cruise experience. I really just like boarding the ship, knowing I can use the internet as much as I want, drink as much as I'd like, go to some specialty dining, and at the end of my cruise, I'm still gonna have a $0 balance. And I think that's something that a lot of people really appreciate about a package like this. So I think this new offering from Princess Cruises of Princess Premier is gonna be extremely popular with cruisers. Hey, Royal Caribbean cruisers, this next story is for you. Royal has just announced that they're repositioning some of their cruise ships for the 2023 season. One of those ships, it's the Voyager of the Seas. She's no longer going over to the Baltics for 2023. Instead, she'll be offering a series of Caribbean cruises out of Fort Lauderdale starting in May of next year. And you know, you'd look really good boarding your next Royal Caribbean cruise in one of these shirts, right? Yeah, I also have these for Carnival, as well as I'm working on them for some other cruise lines. So keep checking out that merch store in the link below. All right, we need to talk about Norwegian Cruise Line, NCL Holdings. They've recently held their quarterly earnings call, and dismal might be the word that I use to describe it. Yeek. Especially when you compare occupancy rates on their ships, NCL, to other top performing cruise lines like Carnival or Royal Caribbean. And spearheading NCL is their CEO, Frank Del Rio. And Frank said on a recent earnings call, "You've heard me say time and time again, we will not sacrifice our pricing to temporarily bolster our occupancy." And I'm paraphrasing, by the way. And this is a bold move by CEO Del Rio, and I don't know that it's paid off for him if you've noticed. Royal Caribbean recently came out and reported that some of their ships have even sailed at 100% occupancy recently. And Carnival Cruise Line, they're darn close to 100% on a lot of ships as well. So it's a little puzzling, to say the least, that NCL would be so excited about their quarterly earnings report when their ships haven't even sailed at 50% occupancy. They're at 48% to be precise, which is half of what their other competitors have been doing. And it begs the question, is Frank Del Rio the right man for the job at Norwegian? I don't know the answer because I don't know the full inner workings here, but to say that Norwegian Cruise Line is operating even in the same world as these other cruise operators is kind of a big stretch at this point. And you've just got to ask, are they making the right decision, keeping their prices artificially high when the market has set a lower price currently? It doesn't make any sense to me fiscally, and I think it's bad management coming from the top. But that's my personal opinion. I know tons of you out there love Norwegian Cruise Line, and I'm not trying to belittle them or say anything negative about the line or the cruise experience they offer. I just think this particular policy put in place from the very top is hurting the brand overall, and here at this channel, we just want cruises to go. We want you to be cruising on whatever line you'd like, and we'd like Norwegian Cruise Line to be around for many years to come, offering the cruises you so highly speak of. Now, for their part, Norwegian Cruise Line's executives say that their strategy might well pay off in the long run for them because moving forward, they now have all their bookings locked in at a higher price point than their competitors. Now, the question is, do they have enough bookings? Right? According to NCL, they expect their occupancy in this next quarter to be roughly 65%, which is a market improvement, and hopefully that's the case. So Frank Del Rio could turn out to be a crazy genius or the madman who sunk the ship. Only time will tell. Well, there you have it, the cruise news of the day. Wait, I forgot one story. You ever watch the Olympics? There's this young lady, her name, Simone Biles. Yeah, you might have heard of her. She basically owns her sport as a 19-time world champion. Yeah, the greatest of all-time gymnast, Simone Biles, the GOAT. And that's who we're talking about. Well, she's been selected to be the godmother for Celebrity's brand new ship, the Celebrity Beyond. And she'll be in attendance at the official naming ceremony in Fort Lauderdale this November 4th. So congratulations, Simone. Can't wait to see you and Captain McHugh on board the Celebrity Beyond. So if you made it this far into today's episode, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on. And make sure you slap that like button as well. Just like that. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel today, and until next time, we'll see ya on the Midships. Oh gosh, it's another spinny chair. Gosh darn it. I'm sorry about the acoustics in this room. This is the home studio. First time ever recording in here. It's all bare walls. I do have a big old thick boy carpet down, but I don't think it did anything for the echoes, so it's time to go get some foam tiles and make this place right. What color do you think we should paint it? I was thinking dark blue. Go ahead and comment that down below as well. We'll see you tomorrow.